Chapter 26, Measuring Your Activity. Over the past several years coaching others and sharing advice regarding weight loss, I've noticed that many people don't measure their activity. It will suck to work your butt off every day in the gym, be strict with your diet, then find out you had only lost 1 pound during a 5-week span. The feeling would be even more devastating once you found out the small weight loss was due to consuming too many or too little calories daily. One small tweak here and there can make big changes with your results. There are many ways we can measure our results on a weekly or monthly basis. You can use the scale, pictures, clothes, or measuring tape. All of these tools are great ways to measure because everyone loses weight differently depending on their body type. For example, I gain muscle mass quickly, and I can throw off my weight loss numbers when measuring on the scale. At times, the scale discouraged me, and on any given day, I knew my weight would fluctuate because of the gallon of water I drank or the amount of sodium I consumed. I can never pinpoint why, but I knew if I wanted to sustain my high level of excitement, I needed another way to show my results. Pictures. We are visual creatures, don't you agree? Photographs and pictures provide incentives for many people to begin their weight loss journey. You may look at photos taken while you are on vacation or at a party. You will then ask yourself the most important question of how you have let yourself go. The pictures bring us out of our denial frame of mind and help us to make a decision to change our ways. So many of us, including me, cover our bodies with clothes so we don't have to look at its flaws. We begin to avoid a problem and cover up with big baggy clothes. If pictures can motivate us to make a change, they can also motivate us to sustain excitement along our journey. I took photographs with just my underwear on from the front, sides, and the back. I compare these pictures every month so I can notice the change in my body composition. My monthly updated pictures show my stomach shrinking, my fat rolls disappearing, and my cheeks and neck shrinking. The pictures motivated me to keep going on my journey and helped me to increase my level of discipline. They say a picture is worth 1,000 words. The photos I took of myself were telling me 1,000 times to keep going. Measuring tape. I use a measuring tape to measure my waist every 3 weeks. I measure by using my belly button as the mark to consistently measure at the same position. Pinpointing different spots on the same body part may give you inaccurate results. The key is to make sure you are using the same spot every time to measure the different body parts that's on your body. The common body parts to measure are the back, chest, waist, hips, and thighs. These are your biggest body parts and tend to hold the majority of your body fat. Grab a notebook and date your measurements. Measuring your back and chest may become difficult, so ask a friend or family member for assistance to gain accurate measurements. I measure the same spot 2 or 3 times to make sure my measurements were the same. If you need help with how to properly measure, search for videos or articles online. Your clothes. Through my years of coaching, I have come across so many people that worry about how their clothes fit rather than how much they weigh. I understand that we are generally more unhappy with the way we look than how much we weigh. The look is what frightens us or makes us unhappy with our self-image. So it's a great idea to use clothes as another measurement tool on your weight loss journey. When dealing with weight gain or weight loss, the clothes never lie. Our clothes can help us in many ways, not just by covering our bodies. Clothes can help us with self-awareness when we are in a state of denial. There were many times I noticed whether or not I was gaining or losing weight by how my clothes fit. In my closet, I own many tailored shirts and pants. There were times when my pants fit looser and times they fit tighter. I'm sure you have noticed this a few times in your own life. I use clothes as another way to motivate me on my journey. When I first started losing weight, I wore a 5XL shirt. One of my favorite stores to shop is Macy's. They carry a variety of big and tall clothes. The problem was I would find a shirt I really love and it will always be a size too small. Macy's carried many styles in sizes of 2X or 3X. So I made it my goal to fit into one of those shirts. I bought a 3X shirt that I knew I couldn't squeeze into at that time and hung it up on my closet door. I put the shirt on once a month and noticed how it felt looser each month. This shirt was my personal motivation because once I knew I could fit into it comfortably, my option to buy clothes shot to another level. Once I hit below 280 pounds, I was able to fit into the shirt quite comfortably. It was a huge day, and it was a game changer for me during my journey. You may be in a situation where you don't enjoy shopping for clothes. I advise you to pick something out of your closet and purchase an item one size smaller than you currently wear. Hang it up somewhere noticeable so you can look at it every single day. You may already have lots of clothes in your closet that don't fit anymore since gaining your weight. If so, hang up just one of those items to help motivate you. This will remind you why you are fighting on your journey. Once you are able to fit in a smaller size, repeat the process. Buy another piece of clothing or choose the existing item that is a smaller size than you currently wear until you hit your goal size. The scale. The word scale is a trembling word for so many. The scale can be a gift and a curse. I first want to break down the purpose of the scale. The scale's purpose is to measure 4 things that make up your body weight: your bones, muscle, water, and fat. As we may know, our body is made up mostly of water, 55 to 60% estimation. The scale cannot tell us what percentage of our weight is from bones or muscles or fat or water. Losing weight can become very tricky because we may not know exactly what we are losing. We hopefully know that we will not lose the weight of our bones. We will only gain or lose weight of water, muscle tissue, or body fat. In training and coaching clients over the years, I find they are all encountered In training clients and coaching clients, over the years, I find they all encounter different experiences with the scale. I have learned there are 2 types of people when dealing with the scale. Number 1, the avoider. Some of my clients are terrified to weigh themselves because they are afraid of the number that appears. They went through some bad experiences with past weight loss attempts. They dread stepping on a scale. They will rather avoid a scale so they can avoid disappointment. These clients treat their weight like so many treat their bills. Have you ever retrieved your mail and noticed that one item was a bill? Instead of looking at your bill to acknowledge the damage you owe, you throw it in a pile with the other bills and take care of it later. The bill is later forgotten and you receive late payment notices. You continue to avoid the late notices until you are threatened that either your bill will be sent to collections or your service will be discontinued or disconnected. You now have to make a decision and you are forced to act on paying the bill or lose service. Many clients I meet for the first time encounter this same type of scenario when I ask them to step on a scale. They say they have not weighed themselves in months. Once they read the number on the scale, they are in shock and can't believe they're gained so much weight. The lengthy avoidance and awareness of knowing how much you weigh may promote the same feeling a person may have when looking at their credit card statement. They carelessly use their credit card to purchase items and are not aware of the damage. If you feel this is you, then look at your weight number like it's a credit card bill you must pay off. To pay off the debt, we must make adjustments with our habits and daily activities. We stop spending money on restaurants, the mall, and vacations. We also discontinue making any more purchases that will slow down our process to pay off the bill. All of a sudden, you buy things you need and not things you want. You may have to work overtime or find an additional part-time job to pay off the bill. The principles and desires to change are the same principles and desires when dealing with weight loss. During the weight loss process, we have to cut back on high-calorie foods that are helping your body store fat. You make a choice to burn more energy with exercise routines throughout the week. As you go along with these new habits, you realize you are chipping away at the weight like you do when chipping away to lessen the credit card bill. It takes discipline and steady focus on your goal to pay off the credit card bill and to lose weight. You may choose to commit to paying $100 a month towards a credit card bill or debt. You may choose to commit to maybe losing 8 to 10 pounds a month on your weight loss journey. The moral of this comparison is to sacrifice and make the necessary adjustments to reach your goal numbers. Own up to your actions that led to the number you now see on your scale. It is just a number. You have full control to make the number change. The second type of scale avoider will rather not step on a scale at all during their journey because they are scared of their results. As a trainer at a gym years ago, I remember meeting a woman that had already been on her weight loss fitness journey for several weeks. I asked her how much weight has she lost so far, and she responded by saying, "I don't know." She explained that she had not stepped on a scale since starting her journey. Her past experiences regarding weight loss attempts and the scale crumbled her spirits. I then asked her, "What do you do to measure your results?" She replied, "I don't do anything." I told her that I would love and like to help her to get over her fear of the scale and to change her approach towards it. She agreed to meet with me the next morning to talk. The next morning arrived and we met in my office to come up with a solution to her problem. We talked for an hour and I learned that she had a business marketing background. We talked about marketing for the majority of the conversation, and at one point what stood out to me was her mentioning how she was so determined to explore and find the most effective marketing strategy. A business owner may use different, marketing plans, but they must measure which one is most effective and which one is not as effective. A light bulb went off in my head and I explained the similarities between marketing processes and losing weight. In business, the owner asks every client how they heard about their services in order to determine which marketing plan is producing the best results. In weight loss, one of the ways you can measure your exercise and nutrition activity is by using a scale. If you're not losing weight, then you might need to change or increase the energy used during exercise. Your nutrition calories may be too high or too low for consistent weight loss. I told this woman to use her scale to measure her activity. Change your purpose for your scale and it would change your feeling towards the scale. At first, her purpose for using the scale was in hoping it would display the numbers she wished to see. Instead, you should use the scale as a way to understand how your body processes the food you put in your body and how your body reacts to your exercise routine. I asked her, would you recommend business owners use the same advertising plan that is not creating the results they expect? She quickly replied, no. I asked, how would these owners know if they didn't, measure the results? My last question to her was, why would you consistently exercise and eat a certain way without knowing if it is creating the results you expect? She looked at me strangely and couldn't give me an answer. At the end of our talk, she expressed that she understood the importance of measuring her results. Going forward, she did use a scale to make sure her exercise and nutrition practices were giving her the results she desired. Remember, small tweaks can make big changes with your weight loss. Number 2, the obsessor. On the other side of the coin, I have experienced coaching clients who have had the addictive habit of weighing themselves every morning. Weighing yourself every day can become harmful in terms of dealing with your motivation. I was a person that weighed every morning because I was curious how much my weight would change daily. There were good days and there were bad days. If you weigh yourself every day like I did, then you may understand these bad days. You might understand them. The days I lost weight, I will attack my challenge and obstacles with a great inspiring attitude. The days I didn't lose weight, my attitude dropped and my day was ruined. The scale can definitely alter your attitude. Throughout your weight loss journey, your attitude must stay in a positive zone. To be truly honest, on the days I didn't lose weight, I stayed straight away from my meal plan. I was so upset with the number displayed on the scale, I looked towards food for comfort. So many times I told myself, I didn't lose weight today anyway, so why would this bacon cheeseburger hurt? These are the days we must avoid if we want to reach our weight loss goals. As weeks went by, I realized that weighing myself every day was not emotionally good for me. One day I stepped on a scale and my weight had jumped up 2 pounds from the previous day. My mood changed dramatically, and I wanted to throw my scale against the wall. My frustration grew stronger and stronger by the hour. I could not understand how I could gain 2 pounds after eating and completing different exercises the night before. Usually, when I am stuck for an answer, I research online for answers. I learned that our weight may fluctuate and that weighing yourself every day might not be healthy for the mind. The article recommended weighing yourself once a week in the morning before your first meal. After reading this article, I figured I'd give it a shot. I chose to weigh myself every Saturday morning because it helped me to stay on my eating regimen on Friday nights. As we know, Friday nights hanging out with your friends or eating out at restaurants for entertainment can throw you off your diet. During the week, I put my scale under my bed so I would not be tempted to automatically step on it. This weighing routine worked wonders for me. I began to lose weight weekly and my motivation increased by the week. If you are a person that is dealing with this problem, change your routine and pick one day each week to weigh yourself. Hide your scale during the week if needed. Journaling. How do you measure your results? Is it measuring tape, scale, clothes, or pictures? Number 2, have you ever let the disappointing numbers on the scale destroy your motivation? Yes or no? Number 3, when using a scale to measure your results, would you consider yourself an avoider or obsessor?